I'm making another recipe from my Beetlejuice cookbook. This time I'm making chow mein noodles. So this is inspired by the Chinese takeout scene, similar to when I cooked the orange chicken the other night, which turned out great. So I'm hoping this turns out really great. This is called chow mein, but it's technically looks to me like lo mein noodles. So the difference between chow mein and lo mein is chow mein noodles are usually fried. They're a little crispier. And then lo mein noodles are soft like this. And the recipe does actually have me boil them. So maybe they just thought chow mein sounded better, but these are really lo mein noodles to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. I eat lo mein noodles a lot when I eat Chinese out. So I'm looking forward to trying this at home. So 2 chicken breasts and celery, carrots, green onion, green cabbage. I'm gonna need some olive oil. I have soy sauce. I actually had sesame oil too, little chicken broth, brown sugar, cornstarch, pepper, lo mein noodles. So technically the only thing I needed to buy for this recipe was the lo mein noodles and then also a wok. I don't have a wok. I happen to have this round pan that looks similar to a wok. I've had this for like over 20 years and I think I've used it once. It's been in my cupboard forever. So this will be my faux wok that I am using for this recipe. So there's 2 recipes, like one for the sauce and then one for the chicken. So the lo mein noodles will be cooked separately in boiling water, just like how you cook pasta, and then they will be added to the chicken at the very end. As usual, when I cook something out of this recipe book, I do not show you the exact recipe because out of respect for the author, if you really want to try it, buy it. I'm not sponsored. My husband gifted this to me. It is a really interesting cookbook. I enjoy it. It can be found at any major book retailers, and I just really like the concept and all the stories with every single recipe. We got the sauce whipped together. The lo mein noodles only cook for 4 minutes, and then they are drained and some cold water over them so they stop cooking, because then you're going to add them to the wok at the end. Cooking the chicken, it didn't say like breaded or anything. It's just might have got it a little crispy just because I've not really used this pan before. So once I cook it, I put it to the side, take the chicken out, and then add the rest of the green ingredients and cook those for 2 minutes. This chicken is almost done. I want to make sure it's really done. I don't mind it a little crispy. Here I got all the ingredients. That's the garnishment, the celery, the carrots, the cabbage. I'm cooking the cabbage, celery, carrots. I should have sliced the carrots thinner, but that was hard. Cook this for 2 minutes. The chicken's set to the side. And then I add the sauce, cook it with the sauce until it thickens. And then I add the noodles and the chicken and toss it for like a minute, and then it should be ready. All right, compared to the picture, I think it looks pretty good, very similar. And this is 2 bowls full. And I still have like, probably like another serving and a half in the wok. So it does make a pretty good portion. I only used 2 chicken breasts. I think the original recipe called for 1 pound chicken breast, which ours was, do you think 2 chicken breasts is a pound? Mm-hmm. So yeah. All right, now we're gonna do a taste test. So the seasoning is what I'm concerned about, like the sauce that we made. How is the sauce? So first piece of chicken. The chicken's good. Didn't really get much taste of that sauce. Let's try a noodle. It's good. It's definitely tastes like Chinese food takeout. What do you think?
Tastes like Chinese food takeout.
It does. The lo mein noodles, you're only supposed to cook them for 4 minutes.
Hey, knock it off. Yeah, you Mr. Fluffy Tail.
These cats. I feel like the noodles could have been cooked longer. I'm not like a fan of al dente, and they're definitely al dente, but I cooked it by what the package said.
I'd rather have this than the takeout stuff that we got. I still don't particularly love Chinese food.
Well, it was
But
good.
this is good.
It's good, and like I said, we had all the ingredients except for the noodles. And I don't see how these noodles are any different than other noodles, so... that carrot is good. I was worried I cut the carrots too thick. That carrot is good. We just had carrots and celery left over from a couple weeks ago. So, and for whatever reason, I had rice oil. Or it was sesame, not rice oil, sesame oil. This is good. I would do this again. Actually, the lo mein noodles weren't that expensive. They were on sale. I just feel like maybe they should have been cooked 4 minutes or 6 minutes instead of 4.
Kind of stick together. I don't know why.
Yeah, I forgot to put a little salt in with the noodles. To if you ever boil noodles, a little salt added helps them stop from sticking together. And the other thing is, like, they sat on the side of the counter for like 5 minutes. I cooked them too soon. I should have cooked them at the last minute. Those carrots are soft for only being cooked for like 6 minutes in the wok. Do you consider that pan a wok?
That's a wok.
That's a wok?
Yeah.
Okay, Albert says that's a wok. I thought it was just a rounded pan, but it worked. This is good. And I only use like 2 tablespoons of oil to cook the chicken, which I think is important because a lot of times when I get chicken lo mein at restaurants, it's too greasy for me. And I also, like, when the chicken was set aside, I put it on paper towels to soak up the oil. I think that really helped. It's like, it's not greasy at all, is it?
No, it's not. Usually it's too oily.
Oily, yeah, it's too oily, but... And then I did not add any more oil when I put the veggies in. There was a little bit of oil left on the pan and just used that for the veggies, and... I'd do this recipe again. I would. It's really good. And Robert likes it. And I think we're gonna have leftovers for lunch tomorrow, so...
That's great.
Made a lot more than I was expecting. Look at this cat. She's just too worn out from running around playing with him. I actually get to eat in peace. This is a rarity.